What's going on YouTube? Today I got the P-51 Racer 1100 millimeter from FMS, flying on a 2800 4-cell SMC racing pack. This thing's already been flown off camera. This has not been made in flight, but a couple little mods I did to it. Actually, the only mod is just some squishy Dubro tires. That's about it. Otherwise, the plane's completely stock. Actually, I did replace the rudder servo with a different one that's from FMS just to get full travel on it. I did not like being limited. So we'll go ahead and take it up, show you guys what this thing's capable of, aside from those two tiny mods, and let's see what it can do.
Throttle open. Flaps 50.
All right, let's go ahead and get her taxied over. Now, being a P-51, for those of you guys who are newer to warbirds, even these racer style warbirds, they have a ton of P factor, so we might not get this takeoff right on the first go. There we go. Takes a moment to get the plane to actually get the tail to fly, but before it flies, you have to deal with the torque of the motor and the prop wash and a lot of the fun stuff causing problems. Beautiful model. It's barely audible at all. What do you think, man?
It's pretty quiet.
Yeah, it's super quiet. And for those of you guys who are new to the channel, Tony is filming right now, and he was on the, he's one of the guys that helped me found the channel back in 2020-ish, back when we were just flying with a GoPro strapped to the top of the plane with synthwave music playing. Long since the days that have passed, we've moved on to bigger and better things. This thing it's pretty solid. I got a Spectrum gyro in it, so let's go ahead and disable the gyro completely. You can see that even with it disabled, it's still flying pretty good. It's locking and tracking really well. The 2800 pack is not making it feel tail heavy at all. Let's do that real quick, test it. Yep, definitely nose heavy, just a little. Nothing too crazy. Flying completely gyro-less, so for those of you guys who think gyros are a crutch, the only thing it really does on this model is help it track a little bit better. It's also completely windless day, so I don't mind flying without the gyro. I usually like to have it on. I will probably turn it on for landing just to kind of help with any unexpected wind gusts.
G-force 5.6.
Yeah, I like those G-force warnings. Let's put this thing in some G-force testing. I'm gonna turn the gyro on. Let's see what the G's are.
G-force 8.9. 2 minutes.
All right, put it into safe real quick so we can see the screen. Okay, turn her away from here. Max G's were 9.8. Pretty tough wings, I'd say. I mean, it is foam after all. How many G's do you think a full-scale Mustang could take, man?
I think 9's its limit.
9's its limit, so that's about scale flying there, you know, chasing after a Messerschmitt or something. I did bring the GPS, but I didn't see the point of putting it into it. I had already tested it off screen. Max speed was about 90 miles an hour. Nothing too exciting here. You're not gonna be doing any Reno racing with this plane. It doesn't have the motor for it. It doesn't have the cell set up for it either. You need a 6-cell model for that. But what it does excel at is just being a Mustang, and it looks cool. It tracks excellently. And if you like flying Mustangs and you like landing them, this thing is a treat. Watch this. Let's go ahead and bring it over, get it into the pattern. Drop flaps, drop the gear. You can see it immediately slows down. The flaps are incredibly effective, being simple draggy flaps with no hinges or anything in between to let the air flow through. Kind of hold it as a level glide slope until the wheels touch, and then pull off again. It's real easy to do mains touchdowns with this thing. You don't have to bring it in as fast as I did. I just wanted to do a quick touch and go and have enough speed to get over some of these grass bumps. But for those of you guys who don't have to deal with grassy bumps and you got pure pavement, you could go a little slower. I don't see any reason why you couldn't. If I can navigate the grass on this runway, we probably can get it to do that. There we go. Pretty. Oh, that was even. That was a flapless landing.
Gear up.
Let's go full speed and show you the roll rate. Thing tracks like a damned arrow in the sky. It's crazy. Great design. I don't know if that's just because of what FMS did to it, or because it's a P-51, or both. But as Tony just said, what is it? One of the best planes ever made?
It is.
It always hits that little hop right there. Good thing I got those low bounce wheels on it.
Up. Gear up.
Now, for those of you guys who like the 3D stuff, you can stick smash with this thing. You can do limited hovering with it. And if I remember correctly, you can actually do Harriers with it. Let's hold the stick all the way back, do some stall testing with it. Full stick back right now. I'm one-handed on the stick. And it's just happily plodding along. Now it's got some throttle. Let's do power off testing. Okay, hold the stick back all the way to now. And there's your power off stall. Now it's starting to gently dip that right wing. I kind of corrected for it. I didn't want it to go to the trees in the distance. It's a pretty easily recoverable plane. Let's see if it'll do inverted. Hold the stick all the way up. Well, you got your inverted Harrier right there. Steer it with the rudder.
5 minutes.
It's twitchy. I could probably bring it closer to the ground. Yeah, why not, right? Let's see what we got here. I mean, this is a very stable airframe. Imagine full-scale Mustangs doing this. Has no problem pulling out of it. Let's go up and do some stick smashing with it. Full top left. All right, top left. Let's do both sticks in.
G-force 2.4.
Nice. I bet it'll flat spin too, or at least come close to it. Pull the stick back, add some rudder, some throttle. Contrary aileron, nope, no flat spin. Maybe it'll do a blender, go up, pull it over. It does do a blender in a weird knife edge spin. Something about the plan form of this model doesn't like
14.9
spins very much. Maybe that's why the Mustang was so good. Maybe it was unspinnable, I don't know.
Flaps.
I never flew one. But I do love how this thing lands. It's actually my favorite landing tail dragger so far because it sticks to the pavement. Like that. Until it hits that bump right there.
Flaps up.
But you could drive it around on two wheels.
Gear down. Full flaps.
So I actually really enjoy the touch and goes with this thing. It's my favorite part of flying it.
Battery 14.97.
Racing's cool and all, but have you ever done a real good touch and go? That's where it's at for me.
Flaps gear up. G-force 6.8.
Yeah, scale, I don't know nothing about that.
Battery 14.8. Gear down.
All right, how long have we been flying now? Looks like we've been flying for a bit. 6 minutes and 42 seconds. Not bad for a 2800 pack. I think we can go ahead and call it quits here. Let's drop the flaps, bring her on in. And see if we get a nice graceful landing. Crappy pavement notwithstanding, I'd say it's a pretty good landing. If it had been completely smooth, you know, it would have been fine. But if my grandmother had wheels, she would have been a wagon. So, got to deal with what you got. Overall, I like how it feels. It's got a nice presence to it. I mean, who doesn't like a Mustang, right? They're beautiful. I think part of the way that makes this plane fly as good as it does are these little side force generators here on the wingtips. That's probably doing a lot of work on this scale. Overall, I like the retracts, nice and simple. Not a whole lot to it. Wheels are easy to replace. Put the Dubro low bounce wheels on it. 2-inch wheels are all you need. It helps it stick to the pavement even more. Stock servos are all good except for the rudder. Replace that one with a metal geared one and you're good to go. The other one's metal geared too, but it doesn't throw as far as the one that I've got in there. And you can get that part on fmshobby.com. If you need me to link it to you, I will. Top to the B-roll stuff, and then we'll see you guys next time. Just like the full-scale Mustang, this one is a handful on the ground. The key to success with a prop like this will be smoothly applying throttle and staying on the rudder so you don't ground leap. Performing touch and goes with this Mustang is not only fun, it also helps build your confidence with tail draggers. Don't be afraid to keep the nose planted with a little bit of forward elevator pressure. You're not going to prop strike unless you really push hard. Another area where the Mustang shines is inverted flight. With a little stick pressure, it settles in nicely without any porpoising. We haven't flown many models that track as straight as this one does. It is only a 4-cell model, so it won't win any speed competitions, but it's fun to fly and it tops out around 100 miles an hour. Overall, it's a solid 9 out of 10. It could be faster, but it flies so well that we don't even notice the speed. Definitely consider this P-51 if you're interested in a solid performer that looks amazing and flies like it's truly on rails. Do be aware that the canopy won't hang on if you stick smash at high speeds. It flew off here with a high-speed inverted pushover. We were lucky to find it again.
Yep.
Consider buying from our affiliate link in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time with a new upload.